Hello, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you all of my philodendron, my updated philodendron collection tour. I feel like I'm very behind with all the collection tours. I still need to do a whole houseplant tour. But today I'm just going to be doing all my philodendrons. I've got about 19. I think last year I had about like 18 or 19, but I have gotten rid of a few philodendron since last year and gained a few more, so it's still the same number, but some things have changed. And obviously my plants have grown a bit, so it's just fun to see how my plants grow and change from each year. And philodendron are probably like my favourite genus of plants. I just love philodendron. I think they were probably what really got me into plants. When I just started collecting more philodendron, it really got me obsessed with plants. And yeah, I really can't wait to show you. So if you're new here, hello, my name is Maisie, and hope you enjoy the video. Okay, so I feel like we should just start off with the one right here. If I can get her. I feel like this one hasn't maybe changed too much since last year because she still needs a repot, still needs a pole. Yeah, she is a slow grower. Oh, this is my Philodendron El Choco Red. Yeah, I've had her about a year. A year, is it? Or 2 years? Honestly, I can't really remember, but I got her from Ecuador, and it was one of my first imported plants along with a few others, and I was really scared that this one especially was not going to do well being, you know, imported, but she was actually probably one of the ones that just did the best out of all the plants that I did import. I just absolutely love this plant. There's just so many things to love. From the red backs, the new leaves, they're just so red when they come in. I don't know if you can see how red and beautiful it is. And just like the veining, the velvetiness, so much to love. I really love this plant. Oh my gosh, this was a big wish list plant for me, so I'm really glad that I have it, and I really need to put some more care into it and keep neglecting it. It is pretty big actually, you know, like now that I get her down. Especially this leaf. This is probably my biggest leaf. So yeah, can't wait to see what this leaf is going to look like. Like I said, I really need to give her some care and actually repot her and give her a pole, because I'm sure she'll be a lot happier and grow a little bit quicker. But she is honestly a really easy philodendron. I don't do much with her. Obviously, as you can see, I have neglected her a bit, and she still looks beautiful, and she's obviously in just normal conditions. She did used to live in my cabinet, but she doesn't really need it. She's just very easy and very, what's the word, like she's not fussy at all, you know. And that is the first philodendron. Obviously a lot of these philodendron I talk about quite a lot because, like I said, they are some of my most favourite plants. But this is my Philodendron Bueno, which I got fairly recently. I think it must have been at the start of this year. Don't even ask me what's going on with this leaf. I don't know why she's so bent. But anyway, as you can see, this is a beautifully variegated plant. The variegation comes out a beautiful creamy white, and then eventually they kind of turn to this more mint green variegation, which I definitely prefer when it has that cream white variegation. So it's definitely a shame that it doesn't last a little bit longer in the cream colour. But this leaf is really beautiful. Like, it's not like too green. It hasn't faded too green like the others where you can't hardly even see that it has variegation. This was the newest leaf. Not as much variegation, just some like dappled, speckled variegation, but yeah, it's like sizing up really quickly. It's obviously on a pole, and yeah, I haven't really got too much to say about it. I haven't had it that long, but it's like really easy so far. I don't think she's ever been in a cabinet, and she's been like so easy, perfectly fine. She's rooted in the moss pole very quickly. Like, the moss is just covered in roots, so that's great. And she's also got a new leaf there, so can't wait to see that one as well. Yeah, I really don't have to do anything. I top up the moss pole every few days, and that's about it. She does need a repot as well. Yeah, she just grew so quickly. She's outgrown the pot really quickly as well. Again, this was one from Ecuador. She imported really well, and yeah, just a really easy philodendron, and I love my variegated philodendron. So yeah, I really love this one. I'm so glad that I have her. Okay, next we've got one of my more older philodendron. This was, I think, my very first philodendron. This has been with me for years, probably about 5 or more years. This is my Philodendron Golden or Green Princess. As you can see, she has not been repotted in definitely a few years. Yeah, I really need to get her out of this pot because it's actually just kind of disintegrating. But yeah, I've always just said how I just love the shiny, the more thicker leaves. You just don't see this one very often. I just never see this one talked about, and also this is definitely one of my most easiest plants and philodendrons, so I definitely recommend this if you're just getting into philodendron. She's kind of different to the rest of my philodendrons. Oh my gosh, how many times am I going to say philodendrons? I'm more into like the velvet heart leaf kind of ones, and since this was my first one, she's, I don't know, she's very different to what I prefer now, but I still really love her. She's just very easy. I have got a cutting of her in the other room as well, but yeah, she just grows all the time. She's very forgiving because I definitely underwater her a little bit, and she bounces straight back all the time. Yeah, she's just a classic, and I love her. Obviously, otherwise she wouldn't be here. It's like, I can be myself with you. The third one, we have got this beauty. She's definitely one of my top philodendrons. I just love her so much. This is the Philodendron El Guapo, or more commonly known as SB Columbia or SB Silver. So this one is actually a crawler, so it crawls along in the pot. But I don't know, mine was just kind of wanting to climb, so I put her on a pole and look at these roots. Like, oh my word. She just absolutely, I mean, oh my gosh, they're everywhere. She just absolutely loves climbing. She's got a new leaf there, and each leaf obviously is just getting bigger and bigger, and this one is incredibly easy. I did have a hard time at first when this was first shipped to me. I did think that I was going to lose it at one point, but I'm so glad that I managed to kind of revive her back, and this is what she's looking like today. Yeah, I just love her so much. The veining, the pillowiness is just absolutely stunning. She, again, is like very different to the rest of my philodendron. She's not velvety. She just looks more plump. Like that. She's just so like 3D. Like, you know what I mean? It's absolutely gorgeous, and again, like really easy. The same with my Jose Bueno. I never really have to water this because it does get a little water when I water the moss poles. But obviously I have to make sure that I empty out the water from the dish. Otherwise it's just sitting in water for like 3 days. But yeah, since she's taken off and started to grow, I've really had no issues with her. I don't even think I've even had any pests on her. This leaf, I mean, does look a little bit funny. I don't know if you can see, but she's a little bit more paler and a bit more yellow. I think that's EFN on her as well, and there's just these like dark spots. So even though this leaf is stunning, she doesn't look the healthiest. So I don't know what's going on. I can't see anything. But yeah, looking at her now, she's got quite a lot of EFN on the back of her, so I need to give her a wash. Oh, and this one as well, so that's probably why actually this leaf is not looking the best, because of EFN. So some philodendrons get that and you just have to keep on top of washing them. But anyway, I 100% recommend this plant. They're definitely getting more cheaper as well and more easier to get, so you don't have to like import them from a different country, which is great. But yeah, she's just growing so quickly, and I can't wait to see what she's going to look like this time next year, or whenever I do my next philodendron tour update. Okay, I'm going to leave her there because she looks magnificent. Okay, the next plant we've got on the list is my Philodendron Glorious. This is a hybrid of the Philodendron Gloriosum and the Philodendron Gloriosum. Pretty sure I kind of get a little bit confused with all these hybrids. I've got a few hybrids actually, but this one is definitely creeping to one of my favourites because I'm just really loving her. I got her through a trade at the start of the year, and yeah, she has I've been so surprised at how easy she's been. She is maybe a little bit of a slower grower than the rest of them. She just took off immediately and has just not stopped growing. She's got these beautiful emerald leaves. I mean, look at this one. Isn't that gorgeous? And again, she is loving the moss pole. You can just see those roots in there. So if you love like the Philodendron Splendid, which I have got and I'll show you in a minute, then I think you will love this one because when I had the Philodendron Splendid, I was like, well, I've got the Splendid, so I don't really need the Glorious because they are quite similar. And then I got her and I was like, actually, you know what? I don't even know which one I prefer now. They are similar, but at the same time, they've got their differences. And yeah, she's just stunning. This is the original leaf that it came with, a pretty good size. And yeah, this is the newest leaf. Beautiful. And she's working on a new leaf there, just sizing up all the time. Can't wait to see when she's at the top of the pole. I probably will start taking some cuttings as well because I do want her to look as full as she can. Also, she does live in the cabinet as well, but she's like so easy that she can definitely live just in like normal conditions. The next one is definitely one of my original ones, which I've had for years, honestly, maybe like 5 years or more. This, oh, look how full she looks. She looks amazing. This is my Philodendron Squamiferum. Until maybe like last year, I've always struggled with her. I could just never get the leaves to look nice. I just don't know what it was, but she just could never look nice until like last year. And all of a sudden she started sizing up, pushing out leaves all the time. And now she just looks amazing. This is the newest leaf, and oh my word, look how mature she is. And those stems. Don't even get me started about stems. She's definitely one of my more unique plants, and I don't know what I'm like doing differently, but whatever it is, she's loving it. And yeah, she's just sizing up so quickly, getting that more mature leaf shape. And this is one that is kind of covered in EFN, like the stems, especially in the new leaves. She's very, very sticky, so I try not to touch her too much because she's very sappy. I don't know if that's like just a squamiferum thing in general or if it's just mine. I don't know. But now that she's taken off and doing so well, I 100% recommend her because I absolutely love her, and I'm so surprised of how much I love this plant. Okay, next we've got a smaller one, and one that I am not so obsessed with as I am with the other ones that I've shown you. But this one is my little baby Philodendron Silver Sword, which, you know, is absolutely stunning. It's beautiful, that silver. It's got like a touch of blue. It really is just very, very different, and yeah, it's very unique, and I do love her, but I just have struggled with her and I don't even know why. I honestly had her for probably like a year and a half or 2 years, and this is what she looks like. Like, she's smaller than when I first got her, which is saying something. She was on a pole, and I've recently took her off, maybe like a couple months ago, because she wasn't rooting into it, and I don't know. It was just kind of pointless. She wasn't doing anything. In fact, I took her off the pole because I was going to chuck her, and then she kind of just started actually doing something and growing, so I just left her, and this is what she's looking like now. She does live in my cabinet, and I think, I don't know, maybe it's just this one, or if they're all like it, I don't know, but my one is definitely doing better now she's in a cabinet, so I am going to keep her in there for probably as long as I can because she's actually growing and she does look pretty nice. I mean, look at that. She's kind of stunning. But yeah, not really much else to say. I don't have any care tips because I've just kind of struggled, and like, I feel like this is an easy plant. I feel like not many people have these ones anymore. They used to be like really popular a few years ago, but I would love to figure out and, you know, help her to grow to her best, most potential. I keep putting off the ones in my cabinet because they're kind of big and the pain to get out, but no, let's just do it. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, this one, which I feel like I used to talk about a lot, but I don't know, I've been a bit quiet about this one lately. This is my Philodendron Splendid. This again is a hybrid between the Verrucosum and the Melanochrysum. You can definitely see that Melanochrysum with the new leaves, and this one is just looking really full. Now that I've taken her out, she's actually looking, I don't know, she's looking quite healthy and starting to look good. I used to have a very tall one of these, and I actually chopped her up, which I can't even remember why I did that. She had a slow start getting back to climbing and getting full, but now look at her. She's got like, I think I've got like 3 vines. Yeah, I got 3 vines growing up this pole, and she's looking actually pretty great. And this beautiful one, she's got the beautiful backs of the Verrucosum, which I don't want to touch it too much because these leaves are looking stunning. But you can definitely see the Verrucosum backs, those red. And I did have a Verrucosum and I loved that one. I did kill it twice. 3 times. Oh my gosh, I killed it 3 times. So it is nice to have a little part of the Verrucosum and the Melanochrysum, which I also struggle with, which I'll show you later. So it's nice to have those 2 plants that I struggle with into this very easy plant. Like, 2 of the hardest Philodendron, and this one is incredibly easy. I know I was literally just saying that I've struggled to get her looking nice, but before I cut her up, she was honestly probably the easiest plant in my collection, or definitely in the top 3. She's just always putting out a leaf. I really didn't have to do anything. You don't even need her on a pole. Just give her anything to just attach to and climb up, and she will definitely benefit from that and just size up so quickly. She's definitely not fussy at all. She's so forgiving, and yeah, she's just stunning with her velvety leaves. She's just definitely more beautiful in person. I need to like maybe get her out of the cabinet and start displaying her again so I can actually see her. But I'm so glad that she's finally doing well. And what's the roots? I can't really see the roots, but I'm sure she's well rooted. She does attach very quickly. You can see some roots there, but yeah, I think this one will definitely creep back to one of my top favourites again. Okay, this is the Florida Ghost, which again, I'm always talking about her. This is probably definitely one of my bigger philodendron. She's such a fast grower, and I mean, look how beautiful these white leaves are. There's so much variety because of the variegation, and again, like the Jose Bueno, the variegation does fade into a green, but it really does hold on to the variegation for such a long time. I've probably had like these like minty variegation leaves for definitely over a year, maybe like 2 years, I'm not even kidding. I mean, I'm sure they were a little bit more variegated than that, but it's still like pretty white. I mean, that's held on to the variegation pretty well. And then there'll be others like this one, which has just faded very quickly into almost green. And then I've literally just gotten like all white leaves. I mean, this one is more yellow, still beautiful, but then I've just, yeah. Oh, look at that, it's stunning. It's definitely all white. The one before it was all white, all that yellow. It's full variegation anyway, which is not good. So if I get any more, I'm definitely going to have to chop it because yeah, you definitely need some chlorophyll back in that. And even though they're so stunning, I did say in a few videos ago that I want to frame one of these leaves just so I can keep it forever, because look at that, it's gorgeous. But yeah, I'm always recommending this plant. It's so easy. It's very well rooted in here. Oh my goodness, yeah, like really well rooted, so I'm pleased about that. I've had absolutely no problems with her. If you want to get into the variegated philodendrons, 100% recommend her to start off with, because I've just had no problems with. She's barely had any pests either, I don't think. And yeah, she's just a good starter to get into variegated philodendrons or variegated plants in general. I think we've got 4 left. Oh, 5. 6. Okay, so this plant I have got 2 of, so I'll show you the other one in a minute. But this is my very sad Philodendron Gloriosum. As you can see, she is a climber, and she's not doing that well. I've got these 3 kind of very sad leaves, and I don't even know what's wrong with her. I wouldn't be surprised if this had some sort of pests, because she's just not looking her best, and she hasn't pushed out a leaf in a while now. She's just very slow ever since I chopped her up. I have got another cutting in my prop box, as well as a baby Philodendron Glorious. I have kind of got enough Gloriosum if this one ever just, you know. But this leaf actually is gorgeous. Look at that. I mean, look at that veining. That is so white, like that. I'm actually kind of in love with this leaf. None of my leaves have ever given me like this kind of veination, you know? So I was really kind of shocked when I saw it. I wouldn't say this plant is hard, because she was pretty easy before I chopped her. She does live in my cabinet, so she's getting like perfect conditions, and still she's just not doing anything. And I so badly want mine to be a beautiful big bushy Gloriosum, and I just can't get that in the minute, but I'll figure it out, I'm sure. And I'll let you know when I do. Oh, I'll show you my little baby one, which also it's not doing that well either. So this is my other little baby Gloriosum. Really not much to say. I'm losing this leaf. And this leaf, well, you know, that's it. I really do need to pop these in together, because I don't need like 2, technically 3 Gloriosums. So there we go. Move on to another philodendron that I'm currently struggling with, and I have been struggling for literally the past 3 years. This is my Melanochrysum, the one I was telling you about earlier, the one that I have always been struggling with. I think these are kind of known to be very difficult when they're younger, and obviously mine is very young. Just get the light on me. I haven't really had it much bigger than what it is now, to be honest, and it is like pretty beautiful. Like, look at that leaf. And it's in a cabinet. It's getting like perfect humidity. So I don't know why it's just so unhappy. I really need to move it into that cabinet, because that one is a lot higher in humidity than the other one. But like, the roots are healthy as far as I can see. So I just don't know what it is. If anyone has any tips, let me know. She does need a repot because she's been in this little pot, and I mean the roots, it doesn't look like overly rooted or anything, but she could do with a little freshen up. So I don't know, or maybe I should just get rid of this one and maybe get like a bigger Melochrysum and see how I get on with that. Maybe I'll do that in the future. I'm not overly worried, to be honest. If I lose this plant, then it's like, oh well, I haven't really lost anything because I haven't really got it now. You know what I mean? So yeah, there's that one. Okay, this one is behind me and I'm not going to get it down because she is ridiculously long. She's definitely taller than me. This is my Philodendron, no, yes, my Philodendron mikans. You've definitely probably heard of this plant. I will do a close-up of the plant, but this is a very popular plant, and she is a hanging plant, obviously. And I mean, she was a wishlist plant for quite a while, and when I first got her, she was like so easy. I have had my ups and downs with this one. When I first got her, she was so easy, and then again I chopped her all up and repotted her, and then had a hard time with just, I don't know, she just didn't look that great. And now at least half of her looks amazing. I don't know if you can see, but there's just this gap, this massive gap where there's just like no leaves, and then all of a sudden she just gets extremely bushy like halfway down. So she does look a little bit funny, and I really do need to chop her, but I'm just kind of scared because every time I take a cutting, those cuttings just never survive, and they're rooting for months and months and they just never root up. So maybe I need to try it in perlite, which I'm sure I have done, but I don't know what it is about trying to root this plant up. I mean, the aerial roots, as you can see, are just going crazy. There's aerial roots everywhere. I should maybe try this like growing up a pole and see how she gets on, but like I never do anything. The pot is so big that I rarely water, to be honest. I like top it up maybe like every month, just a little bit of water, because obviously it holds so much water. But yeah, this one is prone to thrips, and I mean, yeah, she will be the first to get any pests, and she'll go downhill very quickly if I don't kind of wrap it up and take care of it. So that is one of the downsides to this plant, but when she's looking healthy, then she looks so beautiful, and I'm so glad that I have her. And I really try to keep on top of, I don't know, making her look nice, because she really does look beautiful when she is healthy. She's actually touching the floor, so I definitely need to, can you see she's actually touching? Like this one is trying to wrap around my bookshelf as well, which is kind of cute. There we go. But yeah, I definitely need to take some cuttings. Okay, I think we've got one more. Have we got one more? I think I've got one more to show you. No, I've got three more. Okay, I guess I'll show you this plant next. I am just going to show you the cutting. Okay, that light is kind of annoying, isn't it? Should I turn it off? 1 second. There we go. I'm just going to show you a couple cuttings of this plant, because the actual plant is quite big, and I can't really be bothered to drag it all the way in here. Oh my gosh. I will, oh my gosh, what the heck. Definitely need a longer cup for this plant. I will put a few pictures of the whole plant on the screen. Anyway, this is the cuttings of her, and this is my Philodendron Verde. And I took these cuttings actually in my last video, if you saw that, in my little plant care video. And obviously this one can get variegated if she's in like the right conditions. She is temperature dependent. So I haven't really tried hard enough to get that variegation, because she has been in like 30 degrees and still not had variegation. So I don't know what else I can do, so I've just kind of given up. And she doesn't live in a cabinet anymore. I should maybe move her in here though, because this room is warmer than the one that she's currently in. But I mean, even though she's all green and just kind of plain, you know, she's not like spectacular or anything. She's not like this one or like some of my other ones, but I am just loving her. It's the bigger that she's getting, I don't know, there's just something about her that I really like. And I was thinking about like just giving away the whole plant, but I took some cuttings, and I probably will just keep these two and trade the rest of it. But yeah, this one has been so easy. Like, it's only been recently that I've really started to love it, but it's just been so easy, like really easy. It rooted immediately into the pole. There's like constant new leaves, and I think she's on her second pole, and she's already reached the top. So if you're not like too worried about variegation, I definitely recommend this one. It's very hard to get that variegation. If you want this plant for the variegation, I'm not sure if that's really, or if this one is really worth it. You can get some much nicer and like permanent variegated ones. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on this one. This one, which she's not really much change. I'm sure she won't look much different to last year, if I'm being honest, because she probably was in water last year. I bet. She's definitely been in water for over a year. And, I mean, look at these roots. I will repot her. I know I keep saying that, but I will. It's just like trying to get around to it, and I don't know, I keep forgetting. This is my Philodendron Heartleaf, or Scandens, or Hetericium, whatever you want to call her. And I don't really have much to say because she obviously just lives in water. I need to top up that water, actually. But yeah, I don't have much else to say other than I can't wait to repot her and to actually have her hopefully one day as a big growing plant like my mikans. That'd be so great because she's kind of already getting there. Even though she lives in water, she literally doesn't get any fertilizer or anything. I've been so bad with this plant, but she's like still pushing out leaves. Look at this baby one. So cute. And she's like well rooted. So yeah, she is an easy plant even when you neglect her. Okay, I'm kind of racing through these now because I am slowing down. The final one is, I should have left this till the last one because it's not a great one to end the video on. I mean, she's nice, but not as spectacular as my other one. Oh, this one's dead. Nice. Mealies, where have you gone? This is my Philodendron Rojo Congo, and again, I've had this on the same time as my Golden Princess quite a few years, and again, this was one of my very first Philodendron. You'd expect that she'd be a little bit bigger, but again, I have neglected her. She definitely needs a repot. She's been in this pot for the last couple of years, and she is definitely a slow grower, and I definitely underwater her. I don't give her the love that she maybe deserves. Actually, she was bigger, but I gave her a little chop and traded those cuttings, so she would have been a lot bigger. But yeah, I mean, after all that, she does bounce back very quickly, and she has got these beautifully dark leaves, and when they come in, they are more redder. I love the stems. They're so red, and they go really nicely with that dark, like emerald green. But yeah, not a very heard of. I don't really hear about this plant very often. Yeah, kind of an unusual one. Not much else to say, but yeah, that is the last Philodendron. I'm done. That is all the Philodendron in my collection, I think. I hope. Oh my god, I left out one. Oh my word, I cannot believe I left this one out. I'm gonna have to, I really cannot be bothered to get her, so I will just put the video on the screen, insert video here. The very last one. Oh, I'm so glad I left this to the last one because she is probably, I don't know. I've got so many favourites, but she definitely, but I think she might be my top favourite. This is my Philodendron Majestic, hybrid of the Gloriosum and the Sodoi. This was such a big wish list for me for such a long time, and she has grown quite a lot since last year, I hope. I'm obsessed with this plant, each new leaf, and the bigger that she grows, I couldn't be more in love with her. And yeah, I will be chopping her soon because I want a second vine, and she's just starting to look so beautiful again. The bottom leaves aren't the nicest, but it's starting to look so stunning, and I really hope that I can get her even bigger. I do need to fertilise her more because I know that will help. I'm not a good fertiliser, so I really need to up my game with that. But anyway, that is, I'm sweating. But that is going to be it for today's video. That is all my Philodendrons. I really hope that you enjoy. Feel free to comment your favourite Philodendron. Give me some more ideas about my wish list. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video soon. Have a good day. Bye!